Hello, family. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well today. Um, Man, this has been a long day, and I'm tired. I don't know why. I'm really, really tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. But hey, we have to do our tribute, right? And I hope everybody is doing well. I hope that you guys had a great weekend. I certainly did. I just got back from Costa Rica. Was there for a week. Um, Usually I go for a little longer, but of course, couldn't. Um, Sorry, hold on. Yeah, for a week, and usually I do longer than a week. But it was just just to get away a little bit and just see about other countries. But for me in other countries, y'all already know where my heart is, right? Y'all already know where my heart is, and my heart is not in Costa Rica. My heart is where Black folk live. That's all I'm gonna say. But we gotta do our tribute, right? Let me see. Let me see where my girl at. Where my girl? Come on, come on. Let me see. I wrote this when I was 19 years old. Here we go. Ready? I'm 51 now. Say, can you see by the blood in the street? Hey, when my phone does that, I hate that. That this place doesn't smile on you, colored child, whose blood built this land with sweat and their hands. But you'll die in this place. Lord, I'm dropping the phone. Sorry, y'all. Oh my God. Oh, Lord. Oh, say, does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave. Really? Ain't that something? Yes, I always have to do my tribute, right? Because I'm tired of Black folk forgetting. We forget. Our parents dropped the ball. My mom dropped the ball. My aunts dropped the ball. We seem to have forgotten who the enemy is, right? And it's so sad because now we're dropping the ball. Our children are dating who they want to. They have no code of behavior. They have no dedication to their blackness. They have no love for themselves, and they have no love for anybody, especially that looks like me. Whose fault is that? I was on a show yesterday, Maurice, and I'm on his show every Saturday, you guys. Y'all tune in at 7 o'clock. And I'm gonna try to find this story where he talked about he showed a story about a little boy, right? Didn't tell us how old the little boy was, but he went to a lake. I guess he had some white friends, white friends that he thought was his friends. And I guess they went to this lake to swim. And the little boy felt danger, but he didn't know how to react. He didn't he didn't want his friends to tease him or make fun of him because he was thinking, man, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I wasn't taught what to do in this certain behavior, so I'm gonna just go along with it. I'm aware he put on his little swimming vest or whatever, and he went proceeded into the water, and they tried to drown him. First thing I seen wrong with that picture was, why are we trying to live in an all white neighborhood? I remember way back, and I often tell the story of a black family, my mom's friends. He owned a shell station back in the day, and be black and own a shell station back in the day was very um, strange. It was weird. We just didn't see black folk owning a lot of businesses, right? Especially now the shell station. And he thought he was, bigger than, we're gonna move out there with the white folk. Look up Valpo, Indiana, and I think this was like in the 80s. Valpo, Indiana was very racist. And he moved out there. You know what happened? They burned a cross, I swear, in his yard. They burned a cross in his yard. And they had stories about it in the paper and everything. Look up the black family that moved into Valparaiso. It was probably back in the 80s. And I could not believe that. I said, look at them. They thought they had made it. But them crackers made sure that he found out, you still black. You still not one of us. No matter how much money that family made, he owned a shell station. So he was making really, he was there. He was able to buy a house with a pool, and he thought he was big dog, right? When he found out for his kids, was going to Valpo, the school in Valpo, and they was being taunted, of course. Let me tell you something about white folk. You move into their neighborhood, they're going to do everything they can to destroy you and make you feel destroyed. They're going to do everything that they can to make you feel like nothing. But Jeffrey Dahmer moved into a whole black neighborhood in Chicago, and nobody bothered him, not even the police. But if I, being a black woman, move into a white neighborhood, I'm going to be harassed every day by my neighbors, the police, everybody in the neighborhood. Abraham, everybody. Remember the black farmer that was in Colorado? This dude fed people. He fed people. He thought he was in with the crowd, right? What happened? He fed them during COVID. And after COVID, they turned on us behind. When they didn't need him no anymore, they turned on him. This is so disgusting because I keep wanting people to understand, or wanting black folk to understand, we have no friends. And we don't understand that we have no friends. Hey, Forecast, welcome. We have no friends. But we fail to understand that, and we fail to pass that on to our children. One lady kept telling me on my TikTok, that her and I were going back and forth, and she kept, well, I'm a black family, I'm a black mom, and everybody in my family is mixed. Shame on you. I feel sorry for your kids because you didn't teach them who their enemy was. I told mine, don't bring nobody that don't look like me up in here. And if they do, guess what? I'm gonna still have something to say. And no, I'm not gonna be nice to him because I already know danger, and I don't even want to be around him. Because if he come to hurt me, I'm gonna take care of business. And I'm just saying, you're not gonna hurt me for free, and you're not gonna hurt mine for free. But by us allowing them to educate our children, they have taught you to hate your own and to love them. That's what they taught us. Okay, you're welcome. I was on your live. I was just doing some other stuff I couldn't go on, so I did. I was listening to your live. It was great. Love it. But I was doing some other stuff and listening, trying to get ready for what I'm doing now. But it was good. Keep up the good work, Forecast and Bakari. Forecast, I hope you're doing your Sunday thing. I'm not gonna be on here long. I'm gonna be on here to 9 o'clock, and then I'm gonna be done so that you can do your thing. Because I know this is your night, but it's just a more convenient night for me to come on. But we have to get to the point where we are parenting on purpose. We have to continue allowing our children to understand that those people are not friends and they're very dangerous. I heard a white woman say, yes, I have black children, but even with her black children, her black daughter, she still felt racism against her daughter. She said this out loud. But y'all black men think it's okay to marry these damnable devils, babies, and have babies by them. Then you leave your kids with them, and then those babies gotta fight that fight by themselves. I seen a girl on TikTok. She was crying. She was so upset. She said, I've given myself permission to just disown my mom. Her mom was white and she was mixed. And she said, all throughout my childhood, I felt threatened in my own home because my mom would bring these white racist, white supremacy men into our house, and they would talk about black folk like dogs. And her daughter was in the next room or in the same room, in the same house. And she still allowed it. But we still are not understanding or teaching our children that these people hate you. How many times, how many times have they murdered our black men? A girlfriend, I ride, I have a 3 room and I have a girl and we ride with her. And she told me a story the other night and she said her brother was married to one of them. And she said that was the worst thing he could have ever did. And that was the last thing he ever did. This is her brother. And we began to talk and she said, I never liked her. She was beginning to tell me about the lady and how uncomfortable, she just knew this, it wasn't right. But what ended up happening to her brother, he was going through a divorce from this white woman. And she had him murdered. Not only did she have him murdered, but she murdered her own child that she had with the black man. He was 10. Make it make sense. These are the type of women that our boys, our girls are choosing. These are the type of people. I'm gonna say men and women, because I did stories on how black women are being murdered by these white devils. And they still keep thinking that they've been wrapped to look good. They've been wrapped. Well, that enemy has wrapped them things. He didn't wrap his children. But we fail to understand who they really are. But I'm going to tell you tonight. I'm going to tell you, hold on. I didn't get it, but let me get it. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. I'm in the same room. Hold on. I meant to get it, but I didn't. But I'm going to read something to y'all. Y'all fail to realize this. I'm going to bring it to you. Because I'm tired of y'all sitting up here acting crazy like we really didn't lost our damn mind. I'm bringing it to you tonight because I'm sick and tired. And I'm sick and tired of what I see. Love is love. Love ain't love. Because if love is love, God wouldn't have told you not to mix and mingle with them devils. We fail to realize he called them serpent people. He told you to come from among, be ye separate and learn not, right, their ways. And everything he told you not to do, you're doing. And then you wonder why you're getting the results you're getting. You're looking at our children. They in wild kingdom in their schools. But it's on purpose because if I let your child do whatever they want to do, because I got them 6 to 8 hours a day, right? Monday through Friday, right? 6 to 8 hours a day. I can teach and train and I got all day to pour it into them how nothing they are and how amazing we are and how love is love and it don't matter. I remember a time when you couldn't even date a white woman. Why is it now that you can? Let's think about that. Why out of all these years? You remember that couple in Virginia that the Loves? right? In Virginia. Remember that forecast, a white couple, white and black couple. And for years they was fighting the justice system because they was trying to, they was married. And in that state, it had, you couldn't even mix and mingle, couldn't be married, right? But they did. They came together and they was being arrested and everything else. So if that was what was going on back in the day, why is it now that it's okay to marry them? Let me tell you why. Because they're not reproducing. They can't have babies. And they know the only way to have babies or to reproduce this earth is to do it through our children. And we are so ignorant that we are allowing it because we're so dumb. We have not even begun to teach our children how dangerous they are. We see it every day. We experience them every day. And we still are not telling our sons, don't bring that. That's not safe. I talk to them young boys. I talk to them every day because I'm meeting them every day. And they talk about the girlfriend. I said, is she black? And yeah, she black. And then we go to talking. I said, because those other, and I begin to talk to them and they just laugh and my mom would tell me the same thing. Okay, I'm glad somebody's telling you, but sometimes some moms aren't telling them. And I see one very intelligent bring a Mexican one in, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, Mexican, why is it we don't understand that they don't like you? They're married to you, but it's not like they like you. They know what it's going to take for them to survive, so they need you. They know this. They know this. They know they got to. Why you think they keep putting it in your face every day on commercials? That's all you see is black and white couples. But we don't understand that that's their plan. We fall right into everything they do. We fall right in line with everything they tell you to do. You fall right in line. Then you start repeating it. God dang. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. I'm telling you, we're in trouble. I want to show you something. We keep telling you how dangerous they are. Let me show you. I don't know how to get there. I don't know I don't understand why we don't get it. I don't understand. But let me help you. Let's see if this is the one I'm trying to show you. System share. And let's share. Let's see. Let me just see. I want y'all to hear something. Can y'all see that? Let me see. Okay, got it.
Get off of me! You literally talked to her without telling me!
Just months before she stabbed her boyfriend, OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny called him a string of racial slurs.
Yes, thank you. Coming from Georgia, thank you.
The newly released and disturbing audio was recorded by Christian Obumseli, who was later stabbed by Clenny and died as a result of his injuries.
I am so sorry. So shut up and let me slap you.
The recording captures an argument between the couple about someone Obumseli ran into while on a bike ride.
Get off of me! You literally talked to her without telling me! Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a
The audio of this argument was recorded just months before Obumseli was stabbed on April 3rd.
Baby, I'm so sorry. Baby.
In Clenny's 911 call, Obumseli can be heard saying he can't feel his arm and believes he's going to die.
I can't feel my arm. 3101. I can't feel my arm.
4 months after Obumseli died, Clenny was charged with second-degree murder in his death. Since then, body camera video of a separate domestic incident was released. It took place just days before Obumseli's death. At the time, Clenny told officers she wanted a restraining order against him.
All right. So what do you want to say?
I want to be like, I want to be like exonerated, I guess, of like anything wrong. And I want him, okay, the police are here. I want a restraining order against Christian himself.
We don't issue those.
Because, no, I'm serious. Can I do that? Where
You have
can
to
I
go to court. You have to go to downtown.
How can I make myself first? Because I know him and he would do it. How can I make myself first?
You got to get
Clenny maintains she stabbed Obumseli out of self-defense. Her attorney says the body camera video shows she was seeking help from a, quote, abusive and violent relationship, but that she was failed by the system. Prosecutors say the pair were involved in a combative relationship, but that Obumseli was the victim of domestic abuse. For the latest developments in this story and all things true crime, stay with Long Crime Network. I'm Sierra Gillespie.
This is a metabolism.
Do we understand that? Did y'all see that? But what bothers me is that we want to continue dating them. What bothers me most is that they got into that fight because she said he spoke to somebody. What bothers me is we don't understand how toxic they are. But what really bothers me is when I hear Black men and Black folk talking about how toxic Black people are. But it doesn't matter. White women can be fat, mental, they can be ghetto, they can be hood, they can be with all kind of issues, health issues, whatever. And we still don't have an issue with it. Long as they don't look like me. That's the sad part about it. Long as they don't look like me. They can look all kind of crazy, right? But y'all don't have a problem with that. Let's see this one. I got one more for you. We ain't done. We got all night to do this. Well, not all night, but I just want y'all to see something. Let's talk about this.
Development in the case of Hillsborough heiress Tiffany Lee, who was acquitted in the 2016 killing of Keith Green, the father of her 2 children. Lee says she's a victim of anti-Asian hate and biased media coverage. Green's mother sued Lee for wrongful death. A settlement was reached earlier this year. Now, Lee is living in China with her children, and in court papers filed on Friday, she asked a judge to keep their settlement amount a secret. She wrote, quote, "I aim to shield my children from the xenophobia, Asian hate, and falsehoods publicized against me that I experienced while standing trial in the criminal proceedings." Lawyers for Green's mother also want the settlement kept secret, but the judge says case law doesn't support that. A hearing is scheduled for next month. We've posted Lee's complete declaration filed in court on abc7news.com.
I want y'all to see Lee again. Let's see. Did you guys remember the guy? Do y'all remember him? I want y'all to see him. I remember this story. He was they were dating, whatever, and they were kind of, in and out, right? She had a guy friend of hers to come over and murder him, right? And she helped. She got acquitted of everything because I'm white and I say so. That's all it's about. Then her family has money. Money counts. I don't care if you're Chinese. I don't care who. As long as you don't look like us. You got money. You can do whatever the hell you want to do in America and get away with it. Now she's at home raising her Black children, and you know how they treat Black children in China. You already know that. She's in China, has taken her Black children to China and raising them in China. Do you not understand the devilment, the hell that those kids are going through right now? But guess who did it? He did. He allowed and gave her his seed and left his children. Now his children got to grow up with all kind of mental illness going on with them because these people are Satan's seeds. Those people are not normal people. Those are Satan's seed, and we don't understand that. We don't understand that. I also had a story I was trying to find, and I'm telling you, it's so hard to do research on this topic. There was a white woman, right, who she said it was self-defense. She murdered her husband. He was in the shower. She shot him while in the shower. But my thing is, if it's self-defense, wouldn't you think he'd be out of the shower? He's in the shower, taking a shower. She shot him in the shower. She had 2 kids that she had by him, right? She left the children there with the dead bodies and ran and was trying to get to Mexico, but she just happened to get caught. But these are the women you want over black women. These are the women that you choose over black women. Because if they kill you, they're going to get away with it. There was another story. I was trying so hard to pull up these stories. There was a white woman. She had 6 black children. They was going through a divorce and she killed him. He was like a kind of like a famous football player. I'm not too with this sports stuff. Football player. She killed him. 6 babies. 6, little bitty baby. She had a little bitty baby too. Dead. But you want to leave us for these toxic white women. And don't see nothing wrong with it. Long as she ain't black. I'd rather put up with a toxic white woman than one of them toxic black women. That's how brainwashed we are. That's how brainwashed we are. We don't ever talk to our children about this. This is not a subject that we're open to. A lot of black folk don't even want to hear this. They don't want to talk about this. Cassie, love is love. And they so proud of them little mixed babies. But a lot of them mixed babies, if their mama's white, they don't even like black people. Check it out. If they grow up around the white folk, they don't like black folk. They look at you crazy like, what the hell? And I look at them the same way. Because I understand. Because you in Satan's den. You leave your children in Satan's den. And some of y'all don't never go back to them children. Never check on them children. You got children growing up with Satan. Grandchildren growing up with Satan. And then wonder why they acting crazy. You know why they go after our black boys? Because our black boys submit to them. Our black boys are submitting to these nothings. Our black boys are submitting to these nothings. I swear y'all not going to tell me we have no love for our children. None. We treat our children the same way they treat us. We pass it down to our children. We passed all of that stuff down to our kids. Then they got the nerves to try to tell you how to be with your children, try to tell you don't know how to parent. Really, Joe Biden? Where's your crackhead son? We don't know how to parent. Just saying. I'm just saying. And we listen to them on how to raise our children. Where they do that at? We taught them. So now you turn around and let them teach you? What the hell is going on here? You got them educating your children. But we taught them how to bathe. We taught them how to walk on tubes. We taught them how to plant, how to farm. We taught them how to build. We built this country for them. Remember my thank you note I read? He said, thank you. Thank you for building this country. Thank you for giving me 90% of your wealth. Thank you for not building your own businesses, building your own neighborhoods, building your own schools, building your own clinics. Thank you for not building your own stores. Thank you. And thank you for trusting us, even though every time we told you that you could trust us, we lied to you and did the opposite, but you still trusting your babies with them. But you tell me you love your children. And they sending your babies to the prison. You know the prison pipeline. We know it's there. Who don't know that? Who don't know that our schools, they send them right to prison? They already have the things, the little prison things, little jail things you go through, you're searching them with you. And we're okay with that. Somebody said, pray for my children. Pray for our children. They getting ready to go back to school. I ain't praying for nothing. Take them out of their schools. Then I guarantee you'll see a difference. We still got work to do. They've had our children for over 70 years. You see the damage they've done our babies? Some of them can't even read. Graduate out of high school, can't even read. How is that possible? How is that possible? He said, we weren't responsible to help your child to read. What were you responsible doing then? If you're not responsible to helping them to read, what are you responsible for? Indoctrinating. But we don't get that, do we? We think because it's white, it's right. It's white, it's right. Okay. It's white. It's right. Okay. I had one more I was trying to show you, but I don't know what I did with it. I don't know what I did with it. I'm so bad with this computer. I'm like, where's the other one? I had one more. I had one more. This is her over here, but dang, I'm not probably not gonna be able to find it. Oh man, it's a lot more stories. I'm telling you, this topic was the worst topic. I could not find a lot, but I know it exists. I'm gonna read some of your comments. Let's stop sharing. Forecast you a mess. Self-defense. But we don't say nothing about it. Remember the story about Peter, what was the guy's name? Peterson Scott, Peterson. No, it was a black dude. He went hunting with a group of white guys from work, his friends, right? Friends. His girlfriend told him not to go. She was pregnant. Remember that one? Peter Spencer, right? Told him not to go. Don't go, don't go. He went anywhere. They shot him in the back 9 times, and they said it was self-defense. Who got arrested? Nobody. Not one person. But it was self-defense though. He was running, got shot back 9 times in the back. So that means he was running, right? But we still not teaching our children how dangerous these people are. We still not loving on our babies. We're allowing anything and everything. We're allowing them to teach our babies all kind of crazy stuff. We're allowing them to do all kind of crazy stuff to our babies. What about the little boy who the teacher made him dig in the toilet? He had flooded the toilet and she was having him to dig in the toilet with his bare hands through poop to unstop the toilet. That's a dirty, whoo, I'm telling you. We dealing with some raggedy white women. And white men too. Because they killing black women like crazy and getting away with it. And getting away with it. It's free reign on black folk. And they don't do nothing, don't serve no jail time. I told you the white woman that who killed the dude in the shower. I ain't tell you she got acquitted. She served 190 days and got acquitted. 190 daes. Free as a bird. Woo, she flying high. She free as a bird. Shot him, killed him, left the 2 children in the shower, served 190 days and got acquitted. Yep. Keep on dating. Keep on dating. This is very sad. This is crazy. Because we can't get you, we can't knock sense into black people. We can't educate you. We can't talk about this subject. This is a subject black folk don't want to hear. We want to love everybody. Everything we do is for everybody. Blue and black, green and yellow. We are all precious in His sight. Remember that song? Black, green, and yellow. We are all precious. Remember that song? And I used to say, why are we singing that? I'm not singing that. I was one in rebellious children. If it didn't make sense, I'm not doing it. I don't care. If it didn't make sense, I was terrible. I was very bad as a child. I was so hard-headed. I was very vocal. Boy, my mom used to, God, my mom, she was poor woman. My mom was something. She's still, my mom was 90 to 82. So yeah, she's amazing. But she used to have a bull. We'd be running football. We just clash. Because she would do stuff and I'd be like, and I'd go to her and I ask her something about history about black folk. And she, just, that's not, Mom, read this. She would just be like, no, Kathy, that's not who he's not talking about us. I said, but it sounds like black people. I would say, it sounds like black people. She, no, it's not. And I'm like, oh my God, you don't know. So I would just, that's who, and I always was, whatever. And I would just keep reading. This black people. That's who he's talking about in the Bible, black people. And black people, oh, that's a white man's book. I'm like, but he's talking about you. You're in there. So how can he be talking about white folks? Talking about you. You just don't have the revelation because your pastor didn't have the revelation. Pork chop, Pastor Pork Chop didn't have the revelation. So he didn't even tell you who you were. And we still don't believe that we're royalty. Isn't that something? How you could be so brainwashed that if I told somebody you're royalty, they'll tell me, no, we're not. And I have an African friend, and he's from Sudan, and him and I used to work together. And I would tell him, you know, you royalty. He goes, no, we're not. And then he'd go talk about white folk. And he knew he would make me so mad. I said, I'm done talking to you today. I couldn't even talk to him. I'm not talking to you anymore today because you acting retarded. And I would literally fuss at him. And he would do it sometime on purpose just to get me. And I'd be like, I'm not talking to you today. Because he really thought white folk were the bomb. He thought that they were, he said black people were the devil. And that's where'd you get that from? That's what they were taught. That's what white folk would do when they would come to his village. They would talk about black folk and teach them that black folk were the devils. I'm just saying. But we have got to parent. We've got to get back to this parenting thing. We have got to get back to parenting on purpose. We have got to, he told us to pass the history down. He told us to pass it down, and we're not passing down anything. We're not passing down generational wealth. We're not passing down investments. We're not being taught. We're not teaching them how to invest. We're not teaching our babies anything of substance. We're allowing them to teach our children. And what are they teaching them? Absolutely nothing about themselves. Nothing. So when they read a history book, you're reading about damn white folk all day long. How great they were. How amazing they were. How nothing, you were just a damn slave. Well, I came from somewhere before I was a slave. Well, where did I come from before a slave? They tell you, your history starts from you being slaves. Are you serious? Then you got black folk now talking about Candace Owens. That woman she gonna have a horrible death. She gonna get that black wake-up call, and it's gonna be the death of her. Because she got them two black babies that's gonna grow up around the white folk. And them white folk don't let them know how black and how nothings that they are. Oh, they're going to get that wake-up call. And when she get it, it's going to be through her children, and it's going to hurt her heart so bad because they're going to treat her baby so bad. It's going to be one because she got two of them. You have to understand how these demons work. We're not learning their tactics. We're not learning them. Who God called serpent people, he called them spittle. We calling them friends. Who he told you come from among be ye separate and learn not their ways. And we did the opposite and then wonder why you're getting the results you're getting. What do you expect? I did say I was going to read Deuteronomy. I just want to see what part. I wanted to horn in on it. I'm trying to see what part is Deuteronomy 7. I didn't get a chance to read it. I have another Bible that I had around here. My husband must have had it. And I have it marked. I didn't mark it in this one. And I don't want to read the whole thing. But it talked to us. It said, don't even allow them to date your children. Don't give them to your children. Don't give your children to them is what he says. Because they'll turn their hearts away from me. That's in Deuteronomy 7. I want y'all to read it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I can't find that. I don't want to sit here and try to find it. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but read it. And you might want to see, maybe you were around 7, up in about the 5th or 6th, but read it and see. It tells you, don't give your children to them. And everything he told us not to do, because you think that's the white man's book. It's been altered, but the ones before 1611 has not. So if you have a 1611, read that one. But yes, we know it's been altered, but the message don't change. You still are chosen. And you got black people not even understanding that, not even wanting to hear it. Because I can love who I want to love. Love is love. You got that from them. We're going to all make it in. We went through, you got to go through too. Everything we went through, they're going to go through. Who hung them on a tree? We did. People don't understand the history as far as biblically. People don't understand why you see black folk, nobody but black folk hanging. Because we hanged him. Who's the one that told us to put the punishment on our children, on our children's children's children? That was us, black people. Why you think you see us hanging and you seen us being whipped, right? Was like slaves, right? Because the same thing you did to him back in the day. Tell me it's not real. The same thing you did to him happening to you. He said, you'll yearn for your children all the day of your life. You'll build houses you'll never live in. You'll plant vineyards you'll never taste the fruits thereof. But we're not the people. Remember, we're not the people. You can believe what you want to believe. I don't care what you believe. I don't. Because I'm going to get mine. And I'm going to be very careful who I let in my circle. I'm going to be very careful who I let in my circle. Because we just grin and we just be so happy with them demons and devils. And one football player was a whole bunch of them. And they are just so addicted to white women. It don't matter how they treat them. And one was a little white supremacy, and they had video of her and showed the guy, and he didn't even care. I don't care. She white, and I got me a white woman. But look at what you got. You ain't got the best of nothing. You got the wrinkled up dog and thinking you got something. You ain't got nothing. You went to the trash and got a damn piece of trash. Now you trying to dress up a piece of trash. You dressing up a hoe to look like what? That Nigerian had a hoe for a girlfriend, a hoe, an OnlyFans hoe, and he was so proud to have a piece of nothing. And he allowed her to whoop on him and slap him upside the head and treat him like nothing because he thought he had something. But I blame their parents for that. I blame his parents for that. You told Nigerians, some African people tell their children not to be around us. And then what happened? Blame the parents for that. You'd have done better growing up around us. You're gonna tell them not to go around in black folk, but who ended up murdering your son? That's the sad part about it. But you thought he was safe, didn't you? You was glad when he had a little hope for a girlfriend. Oh, my son got a beautiful little white girl. Where you at now? Where you at now? You even had a black guy that was talking about, oh, I love me some white women. And I love the police officers. Is he here today to tell you that? Guess who murdered him? The same men, police officers, men in blue, that he left? Yeah, he's not here today. Because he loved him. Those are his friends. When we going to get it? When are we going to get it? We're supposed to be parenting our children to be prosperous adults. We're supposed to be laying down codes of behavior, laying down the morals, laying down the truth. We can't live a certain way. They can. That's what they do. They sleep with their animals. They sleep with their kids. They sleep with each other. They sleep with their mamas. They sleep with their babies. They sleep with their son. They inbreed. We can't do that. But they'll tell you it's okay. Now they're talking about this Gen X. What the hell? What kind of Gen X what? 0 now? You're not a girl or a boy. What kind of madness is that? Do we understand the homosexual agenda? Do we understand the LGBT agenda? I don't think we understand it because we're not doing anything. No rising up. You know that they're teaching your children. You know what they're teaching your children. They got some books in there that ain't no second or fourth, fifth grader got no business reading. But we're not rising up because white folks said it's okay. They said it's okay. So it must be okay. If it's white, it's right, right? You haven't learned by now? What are we waiting for? See, people not ready for this conversation. They ain't ready for this one. I have more people that'll come on here When I talk about black men and why black men hate each other, or why black men hate black women, I have 500 people look at that video. 500 people looked at that video. Why black women hate black men? Why black men hate black women? That's ridiculous. What's wrong with us? Exactly. Can men be women? What the hell are you talking about? That would be my answer. But you know, your black judge, she didn't even know, couldn't even answer that. Because they were saying, don't touch that question. She didn't touch it, did she? Because they asked her, what's a woman? She, these sold out black folk. I'm so sick of them. I don't know what to do. You got teachers that sold out. You got teachers. Remember the teacher with the Juneteenth forecast you had on there? You were talking about the teacher with the black girl, and the teacher and the black girl was going into it, and the little gay boy, hey, shut up. Ain't nobody talking to you. Shut up. You got the teacher talking about Juneteenth. It's for everybody. But the Irish don't tell you St. Patrick's is for everybody to do it. No, they have their day. But black folk can't have nothing. We got to share with either some gay folk or some crazy coon out white folk that want to, black folk that want to sit up there and say, oh, it's for everybody. What's wrong with us? We are, sometimes what I see is just so disgusting. I went to Costa Rica. Yeah, black folk over there. Half of them don't even want to speak to black people when they see it. You hold your head down. I'm looking at them like, what's wrong with you? Black folk even visit, won't even acknowledge. That's the sad part about it. Look at you like you crazy. See them at the airport, you try to get eye contact. They be at the gym, be smiling, won't even look your way. We have an issue. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. We're supposed to be training our babies to be prosperous adults. We're supposed to be training them. I went to a place tonight with my girlfriend, and they have this flea market, and everybody, all these black folk, but it's guess who owns it? But you got a lot of black folk. We won't strike out to do our own for nothing. We'll always get up under somebody white, which is so sad. Even voting, you vote for, you'll argue over which white supremacy gonna hate you the worst. You got black folk arguing over Republican Party and black folk arguing over Democrat Party, a party that started slavery. They had a lot more to do with slavery than the Republicans. But then you have a Republican Party that will show you every day. Look at those presidential candidates, Ron DeSantis and that Indian man. Just trying to tell you there's no racism. Look at those candidates. But you got nerves. What if I come on there and be a candidate and start talking the way he talks about black people and talk about white folk like that? Christopher Columbus was a pedophile. You do know that. He talking about Juneteenth, talking about Civil War and all this crazy stuff comes out of his mouth. All this stuff that don't even make no sense. That's the same man that Don Lemon got fired because Don Lemon, of all people, was trying to protect or had something. Made Don Lemon so mad. That was one time that Don Lemon couldn't coon after righteousness. He couldn't coon after that one. Boy, that Indian man hits on man, he lost his job. What would do that? He couldn't even speak up. He got fired because the Indian man was trying to talk about black talk. The history was so off that what he was saying, it didn't even make no damn sense. And they just sometimes just be talking out the side of their behinds, and it don't even make no sense what they're saying. And you looking at them like you just don't even know what to say because it just sounds so crazy. Don Lemon got fired for that. That cone. That Indian nothing. That Indian nothing. That's what he is. A racist nothing. And you got the nerves to be running for president. Oh my God. Boy, I tell you, some of these people running, boy, I tell you, they need to, I ain't gonna even say what I was gonna say. I won't be on here long. This is going to be a short one because I'm just looking at the whole thing. And I'm telling you, I've gone to different countries and I'm looking, I'm saying, what's so special about Costa Rica? What's so special about it? Africa to me looks better than Costa Rica. Only thing they did have paved roads. Their roads were paved. But looking at some of them houses, I'm like, what the hell? They had shacks. Africa, I've seen real homes, gorgeous homes. I've been to 5 different African countries and I've seen homes. We're talking about marble floors, 2 and 3 levels, owning your own home in a Black country. Only people just trying to come over here are people that are coons in their own country, that's not wanting to build their own country. You will die trying to go to Europe. You will die trying to go to Europe. Are you serious? Build your own country. It's beautiful. I saw nothing in Costa Rica that I want to live in. I don't want to see a bunch of Spanish folk. Yeah, there's an African American, well, not an African American, but an Costa Rica Black area, Caribbean area. But I don't want to just see an area. I want to see a whole country where I look in and I'll see them Black folk. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see the white folk. So no, Costa Rica's not a place that I want to live. I think I'll stick to my Black countries. I think I'll stick to the motherland. But we have got to get back to the basics. We have got to get back to parenting our babies, to teaching them how to build, to teaching them how to invest, to teaching them how to become entrepreneurs. And I was talking about the flea market I went to, and I don't like flea markets. I don't even want to, if I had a building like that, and yes, I believe in putting Black folk on, you can station it to where everybody has their own business. You pay your rent to one person. Say, for instance, me and somebody else go in, get in the building, and everybody pay $100, and you're open. The building is open 7 days a week. You have your own schedule. You come in and out, you lock the doors, you come in and out, but this is your business. And you work in your business harder than you working for white folk, harder than you work for McDonald's. I had met a lady there, and she was a caterer. And she had jewelry and she had little desserts. And she said she had this chicken, blackened chicken, she called it. And I said, what is that? And she showed me. She said, taste it. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, why aren't you specializing in what you specialize in, catering? Why don't you have food up here where you could be selling to people as they come, like plates, sell food? That's your gift. She got all this earring, all this jewelry, and she got little desserts, but no food. I'm like, okay, this is what you do. You start small, have a pan of macaroni and cheese, put a microwave up here, and sell that. Just to give samples. You can give samples while you're advertising your catering business. You know what I'm saying? You can make a whole pan and just give out as tasties. Like even for her chicken, blackened chicken, there's little, I said you can have toothpicks in it and just let them taste it. You're advertising your business. Sometimes you can't just jump out there and start selling. You can donate. You can make a pan of your best meal. She could have did like cabbage, mac and cheese, and that side chicken, and sold those plates for maybe $10. You don't even have to do $7. I'm just saying. That's giving people a taste. Or you could bake a whole thing of macaroni and cheese, put them in little cups, and let people taste it as they walk past. You're getting your idea out there. Yes, you're making it. You're spending money, but you got to spend money to make money. And I guarantee you her business will blow up. I said, you got jewelry up here. And she couldn't even explain the jewelry, stones and stuff. I don't understand the stones, but I wanted her to help me to understand what does each stone stand for. Black. She know a whole lot about it, but you're selling it. Why are you selling this when your gift is cooking? We have to understand our gift, and we have to operate in our gifts. That's why we're not making our money, because we're not operating in our gifts. Your gifts will make room for you. Whatever that gift is, you step out I began to talk to my brother. He was looking kind of sad, looking depressed. And I said, what's going on with you, brother? Just begin to talk to him. The world has beat him down. He said, I was in prison. I said, okay, you're out now. He said, it's so hard to find out. I said, you're not looking for a job. You have gifts. Step out in your gifts. And you have people that want to invest in you because they see you trying. He didn't even know who was standing right next to him, because if I really would have seen him doing, I would have blessed him. I would have helped him to get started. I said, you got people around you that would love to see you doing something in your own business. I love helping people with their own business to get started. I love coaching. I love that. I love investing in somebody's business, because I'm looking to retire and I can just sit back and let you do all the work. Just invest, just give me a return. I'm just saying, what's going on with us? We got to do better. We got to do better. It's time for us to do better. It's time for us to do for us. It's time for us to get back in that grind. It's time for us to get back out there grinding for your own business. Not working 3 times and 5 times as hard for somebody else's. You have gifts all in you. And it's time to reach out on one. He said, I got so many gifts. I said, just pick one for now and step out in that one. I said, and keep everybody out your ears, because people look at you and they do this and he back up. I said, stop doing that. I said, stop. Shh. Keep people out your ears. Stop telling people what you're going to do. Just do it. Step out and do one. A, B, C. You know what I'm saying? Once you step out, then you'll get the plan for the next step. But you got to make a step. And that's where we as Black people are messing up. We're not making that first step. God is waiting on us and we waiting on him. And he's like, I'm waiting to back you up. Remember, David asked, shall we pursue? He said, yes, and you'll recover all. Pursue. Go after your vision. Go after your dreams. Go after what you want. Go after it. But we won't. We wait. We scared. People get in your ear and start, and we be, well, maybe not, maybe, well, maybe I'll wait. Well, maybe I'll go get me a job. Well, maybe. And we'll go work harder for somebody else than we will for our own. I'm done. I was thinking about coming on, and I said, well, maybe I won't, because people just, they don't want to hear it. They don't. And I'm getting tired of talking. So it's a fight. It's not fun anymore for me. I feel like this is a job. I don't want to feel like this is a job to come on here. And I don't want to feel like it's a job. I want to feel free. I want my people to wake up. And we're waking up. It's happening right now in Niger. African countries are coming together like I ain't never seen them come together ever. And we think that's not something. We're not looking at that. We wonder what's going on. Them Black folk coming together. Do you hear me? Y'all better watch Africa. I'm telling you, watch Africa. Yep. They ignoring it though, folks. They ignoring it. They don't want to see it. Because they're going to make excuses. Just like them parents with that Black boy who those kids pushed that boy in the water. And I guarantee you nothing's going to happen to the white boys. They could have killed that baby and gotten away with it. Nothing's going to happen. Them parents won't call out racist. Those parents aren't going to, because they probably got jobs in the community and they know if we say anything. And I guarantee you they weren't from here. But them foreigners won't say nothing. They love them crackers. They love the white folk. They let them say and do anything to them. They love them. I'm done. I'm coming on quick and I'm going to be done. If y'all get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. The ones that want to get it. And the ones that don't. I'm thinking about, I don't want to do too much. I'm doing too much right now. I wish somebody could have like a forum. a private forum where we can come and we could really start planning and really getting some things together and start doing things instead of talking and do nothing. Black folk, we good for talking and doing nothing. We really good for doing absolutely nothing but talking. But I don't know how much lower black folk can go with our babies. We just have let these white folk take over our minds. We scatter them now. Used to be a time when they were scared of us. Them Karens will come, step to our brothers, and our brothers explaining to them damn Karens. If you don't get yourself out my way, I would knock her out. Get out of my way. I'm not explaining nothing to you. I don't have to explain myself to you. I'm grown. I wish a Karen would. I can't even make them come to me and say nothing. I guess I'd be looking too crazy for them. They be like, they smile at me. My daughter said, Mom. My granddaughter said, Grandma, look, those are not friends. I don't even smile at them because I know you don't smile because you fake. I'm not going to fake and shake with them. I'm just not. Thank you, forecast. I guess I'm just tired. Just like, oh, God, there's a lot going on right now. It's a lot. And I see so much. I see so much. And it just hurts me. All these stories I be reading, I have to back up. I have to take a break. Because when I hear about our babies getting in the water, almost being drowned, and he was sitting up there in a predicament he didn't even know what to do because he wasn't taught. Baby, don't ever put yourself in a predicament where you feel that you're going to get hurt. So I tell my granddaughter, you don't ever take a threat. You don't ever take a threat lightly. That's one thing. You don't ever take a dare because a dare is always going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt them. When they say, I dare you to do something, I dare you. That was my thing. I dare you to do it. It's going to hurt me. I would never a child to take a dare because they said, oh, I dare you. I dare you to do it. Let me see you do it first. You're going to hurt me. And I'd walk away. Care what y'all doing. I was the oddest child. I was always so vocal and boisterous that I didn't let people tell me anything about me or tell me something that somebody said about me. I wasn't one of those children. But so-and-so said, I don't give a dang on what so-and-so said. And I walk away. And I try to get that with my granddaughter. But yeah, I said, no, it doesn't matter. People gonna say whatever. But you don't ever let somebody dare you to do something that's gonna hurt you. Or come to you and this, say like it's a young lady, and I used to tell her she'd have one little girl that always coming in and tell her, I said, when you see her coming, just put your hand up, turn around and walk away. Let her know I don't want to hear it. Don't bring me garbage. I'm not a garbage can. Even when you see her coming, you put your hand up, turn your back, and you walk away. Let her know. Get her used to don't bring me stuff. Don't bring me that stuff. I'm done, family. I am done. I know this was a short one. It's going less than an hour. That's where it needs to be. And we done. We don't need to spend, for me, I don't need to spend 3 and 4 hours about the same stuff. We talk about this all the time. This is nothing new. But I keep trying to reiterate how dangerous they are because we seem to have forgotten. Our parents dropped the ball, didn't even teach you how dangerous they are. So you still calling them friends, even though they're slapping the hell out you, shooting your babies in the street. You still, those my friends. The lady who went to the sleepover, I never forget. She's a black woman. Went to a sleepover and woke up dead. Well, she woke up dead. When she woke up, she wasn't there. She was where she, you know what I'm saying? Woke up dead. She felt it. Even with her husband saying that she didn't even want to go, she just went. Isaac, hey, I'm about done. I'm done. But welcome. Thank you for coming, Isaac. Even when she said she didn't even want to go, she didn't even want to go to the party, but she went because of friends who ended up murdering her. But those were her friends. And by her not following her instinct and not following her heart, she died because of disobedience. Because I know doggone well something in her spirit said, don't do it, don't do it. I'm going to go because I'm just tripping. I think I'm tripping. They're not like that. Oh, you felt something. It's somebody in that room that don't like you. And they didn't like you enough that you woke up dead and nobody is talking and nobody got arrested. But we still calling them friends. Those are friends. Just saying, we got to do better. Deuteronomy 7 and Deuteronomy 28. You got to know who you are. You got to know your culture, and you have got to start teaching our children who they are. He told us to pass it down, and we've dropped the ball. We're not. We're not even talking about their greatness. They don't even know the greatness. They don't even know half of the Black leaders, Nat Turners, the Malcolm X's. They don't even know half of them. Marcus Garvey. Come on. They know Christopher Columbus. They know all the white settlers. But they don't even know their own Black history. We should be ashamed of ourselves. We should be ashamed of ourselves. My folk could tell you slavery is so far, what they say, it was so far ago. It was 150 years ago. It is not that far. And you still acting like them. So it's not that far. You still acting like 2/3 of our people don't know who that, unfortunately, you're right. 2/3 of our people don't know who our enemy is. Even though you see it every day. Even though you see it every day, and they come on the news and they tell you, they show you, even on Phil Scott show, he talks about the white supremacists every day. The Asians, all of them hate you. All of them hate you. And I see more Black folk with these white so-called friends, and I look at you like you. I'm like, you the dummy. I say, I sure do. You the dummy. When they give me a stupid look, you the dummy. I sure do. I had one I worked with. I tell her often, well, you master loving you, honey. Because she loved her some white folk, honey. She got on my nerves so bad. When she came to the door, I said, there go your coon right there. I told one of my girlfriends I'm working with. I said, there go your coon right there. She said, how you know, Cassie? I said, just watch. I could smell him out. And of course. And I would just look at her. I had nothing for her. She couldn't get a piece of nothing from me. I don't give a damn if she was starving to death. I wouldn't give her a piece of sandwich. Do you hear me? Get it from your white girl. I guarantee you she won't give it to you. And I look at her. I look at her. They know I don't tolerate none of them. When I see them coons, and you got a whole bunch of them. Oh, they don't think nothing about themselves. They be looking so stinking stupid sometimes. They sold them white devils to white folk, to nothings. You got nothings. You got somethings thinking that they nothings, and nothing's thinking about them feeling like they're something. Them white folk ain't hitting on nothing, and we don't understand that. We got to do better. We got to get back to teaching our babies what's important. We got to leave a legacy. We got to start helping them to understand entrepreneurship. 88, welcome. 88, you stupid. What happens when they see all they stay? Kanye West, he was with the Kardashians, right? And went and married one that looked just like the Kardashians, looked just like Kim, don't she? So what do? Nothing. Some people will never get it. 88, some people will never get it. You can't make them get it. But when you find one, you sow a seed. You always teaching and talking, always teaching and talking. I know you took that from me. It's okay. You can have that one for free, 88. But we always going to teach it and preach it. We're going to always keep teaching. We're going to keep teaching it. Somebody going to get it. Even if I get one that come and visit my live or after I'm done, that come and get it and the light bulb go on, I got one. It's okay. But I'm going to keep on teaching it. I'm going to keep on preaching it because we got to get it. We don't have no friends. We don't even have each other's friends. That's the scary part about it. We are on this island by ourselves alone. We don't even have our own people. They care about us, about yourselves. We care more about everybody else than we do our own. That's sad. That is what happens when we've allowed our enemies to educate. They've gotten you believing that you're nothings. They got you believe that you're absolutely worth absolutely nothing. Wow. And we believe it. I remember we were so proud to be Black. But now, I ain't African. I'm Indian, what, Indigenous? I can't even say it. Indigenous? Yeah, I had to. You want to be an Indian. Indians didn't even like your asses. They was helping the white folk get you. And you sit up there talking about, I'm an Indian. And you know them $5 Indians didn't like you. Still don't. You have no friends. We don't even have friends among us. That's the sad part about it. For real, for real. I go to the gym and I'm, trying to make eye contact. Hey, hey. Girl, people walking, Black folk walking around, they're looking crazy. Looking crazy. And I'm like, wow, I'm looking, and I'm like, wow. You're agreeing at them white folk and Black folk walk past you. What did I do to you? How are you doing today? You good? I'll bust them out in a minute. You good? Because I ain't do nothing to you. Them the folk you need to be looking crazy at. I'm done. I keep saying that. I'm really done. I promise you. I'm going to try. Forecast, I'm really going to try to be on here on Fridays. Fridays, maybe. Sunday's just a really calm, chill day for me, Sunday. So I try to squeeze in between you and Bakari. I try to squeeze on in there, but I'm done because I want you to continue doing your lives forecast. I love them. You need to be making those lessons, and you need to make a book. You need to be putting those tapings into, and you should be selling them. Seriously, you should be gathering them tapings and you should be selling them. Because I'm telling you, that's Black history, like we've never heard it. I'm serious. That is what our children need to hear, and they're not. That's the sad part about it. I can't even get the men in schools. They won't let me get them. Won't even let me bring them in there. Can't do it. That's the sad part about it. They don't want our men in there. You don't have a lesson today. But they won't let my men up in there. Can't get them. I feel like my family is stuck. I'm like trying to do the housing. Black folks just don't. I don't know. African Americans don't have any. We don't even have friends among us. Everybody that came in, I want you guys to like and share. And this week, I'm putting y'all on duty. I want y'all to make eye contact with somebody Black and speak to them. Speak to them. That is your duty for this week. Speak to your friends. Speak to your neighbors. Speak to your Black sister and brothers. Yes. I try to document everything. Yep. Hopefully, I can get them in schools. Black schools forecast. Don't try them white schools. They're not going to go for it. Black schools. You have some Black schools. There's one in Rayford, North Carolina. You might, but you got a white teacher teaching history there. Make it make sense. That was my granddaughter's school. A white woman. Why is she teaching history? Of all the lessons, she's teaching history. You know why? Because I'm going to make sure these Black kids don't get it. You're in a Black school, but I'm going to make sure your Black children don't get your Black history because I'm a white teacher teaching Black history. She's teaching history in a Black school to white kids, to Black kids. Make it make sense? That would have been the last job I would have given to a white woman. But see, we don't have no focus. We don't have no focus. We have no focus. We don't understand what they're doing. And it bothers me. The Iceman Inheritance. I heard of that book, but I've not read it. We don't have, or we ignore what we see around us. And we look at them and we say, oh my God, they're nice. She's showing her teeth. She's pretty. She wasn't, that history teacher wasn't hitting on nothing. Wasn't hitting on nothing. She was sad. It was sad that we had black, and this was a black school. The founder was black, but for him not to understand how important it was to have a black educator, a black history teacher, that just discounted a lot of what he was trying to do. Null and void, because what the black kids should have been learning, they weren't. They weren't learning about themselves. They weren't learning, and it was done on purpose. She stepped in, and you allowed the enemy to come to you and say, I want to teach history, or she was hired as a white history teacher in a black school. Why would you hire a white history teacher in a black school to teach their history in your black school? You all focus. So was that really a black school? Black people, like I said, black people don't want to learn their blackness. I'd rather learn something about white folk than learn my own. Explain what happened in the past as to why the white race is so aggressive. We already know because they're Satan's children. I think it goes back to the Caucasus Mountains. We already know that they're why they act the way they act. Those God called them serpent people. He called them, they were less than spittle. You know what spittle is? Spit. He called them spit. That speaks volumes to me. That told me right there who they were. So you could sit there and act like they friends if you want to. Date them, marry them, have babies with them, do what you want to do to them. Ain't got nothing to do with that. You go right ahead, enjoy your life, and I'm gonna enjoy my night. And you guys have a great night. I'm done. Peace out, family. I'll see you next week. Maybe, maybe not. Have a great week.